Hi lovely friends, here's a sneak peek of today's acrylic pouring and resin art. We've got two rainbow pours for you today, and this is about acrylic pouring and resin art coming together. Thank you so much to all those who support us in any way that you do. You really help keep our channels going. Welcome to my channel. This is Marie-Louise from Marie-Louise Art. Thank you so much for being here today. Kim and I are trying out a really fun new style video. So we really would love to know what you think about it. It's the first video where we've showcased both of our work on one video. So the theme today is a rainbow pour, and I'm using acrylic pouring, the Dutch pour technique, to create my rainbow style pour. And Kim is using resin art to create her rainbow pour. So stay tuned to see how it turned out, and please let us know in the comments below. We would love to know your thoughts. Thanks so much for coming along for the ride today. I'm up first with a Dutch pour, and today I'm doing a Dutch pour with Midnight Blue base. Kim's going to be straight after me with her resin art, and I'm so curious to see what she's doing. As I pour the base, I just wanted to say to you that if you're not familiar with me, thank you so much for being here, and I really hope that you enjoy what you're watching. And likewise, if you're not familiar with Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy, please pop along to her channel and see what she's doing in her art at the moment. You're going to be so excited about what you find there too. And the links will be in the description and in the comments below. First colour down today is Fluorescent Pink, and this is a really gorgeous one. Pebeo does some really lovely fluorescent colours. Fluorescent Pink is a really bright pink, and it highlights this crimson red that's layered here now. So how I'm layering today is one of the reasons that a rainbow style colour comes out when I'm blowing out with a hairdryer. I'm using the technique of the Dutch pour, which was created by Rinske Downer, and it's using a hairdryer to blow the paint out. So I'll show you the process as I go along, and I'll just explain as I'm going along now why I'm layering in a certain way. So as you can see, I start off with pink and I put the crimson red on top, and I've got golds and blues and reds in there, and I'm using the colour wheel to use complementary colours and then an opposing colour or colours, which happens to be green, which really does bring out so much in this Dutch pour, and you don't need to have much of the opposing colour to create a rainbow. So I've put down all my colours now, and you can see how many times I've layered it, and I've only put one little bit of the green on it, which is the one of the opposite colours in the colour chart to red. So I'm using red and blue, which are primary colours here, and I'm using orange, green and purple, which are secondary colours, just to make it nice and easy. And experimentation is always the way as well. I've done this so many times, so when people are trying these things for the first time and they get a bit downhearted, they think, how did you do that? You make it look so easy. But this is edited down from experimentation, and every time I do something I tend to do a bit of an experiment just before I do a painting. And if you want to know what goes into the mix, I've got 20% Liquitex gloss pouring medium, the rest is water, and I mix that 50% paint and 50% pouring medium. I'll put everything in the description for you, as well as the colours. Now I've finished laying down all the colours for the rainbow pour. I'm now using the rest of the base paint, and I'm blowing out from the centre and down, centre and down. In a traditional Dutch pour, you would blow the extra base paint into the centre, and then you do that from the top and the bottom. And the reason for that is to prevent muddying and to create more cells and lacing. I find that when I'm layering, I've got a way of layering so it doesn't muddy, and I'm quite happy with the cells that have come out in this way, and there are different ways of creating cells. I'll go into that in depth in another video, but for the purposes of today I've blown it out really simply just to create a rainbow effect from the centre outwards. There's so many different ways you can do it. You can add extra layers of paint, and you can on top of this add more paint again and then have another flowered effect. But I really like this really ethereal butterfly look. I've got a video actually coming out next week where I'm going to go into doing the traditional Dutch pour, so watch out for that. Yeah, so I really hope you're enjoying how I'm using the cocktail stick to create golden effects below and the swirls, and how I've created a rainbow with these vibrant colours. And I'll leave you with some music for a moment and I'll come back with the dry results. I'm really happy with this Dutch pour today. The way the colours have blended together, it feels really beautiful. And I can imagine doing this on a larger canvas. Here's the dry results. Doesn't that blue dry really dark? So thank you so much for being here for my acrylic pouring rainbow pour. Up next is the amazing Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy. Let's see what amazing resin art my wonderful friend has created today.
Welcome, I am Kim with Kim's Art Alchemy.
Now that we've seen Marie-Louise's wonderful creation, it is time for my part of the video. And I thought I would go back to my acrylic pouring days, take a page out of that time and do an acrylic style pour using resin and do a rainbow pour. So I mixed up a bunch of resin and I decanted into the 6 different cups, and colored them with resin dye as opposed to alcohol inks or anything else. And I am layering the colors just like you would for the rainbow, the Roy B. Give. And in between each layer, I am putting some white, which is a combination of bloom paste with a little bit of some white mica powder, just to give it a little shimmer. And I'm just layering back and forth. For those of you who like the details, I mixed up a total of 3 ounces of resin. And the resin that I used is Bond Craftor resin. It's a regular 1-to-1 epoxy resin. And I decanted 15 grams for my white plus mica powder mixture. And then for each of the colors, I decanted 5 grams each. And then I added the resin dye. All the products that I used will be listed in the description below. Okay, here we go. It's looking good so far. One of the things that I learned from doing this pour is that I would actually incrementally add more to the cups that are at the end of the pour. So what came out first, the purple, I'd have the least amount of resin for that because it only needs to go around a small area of the mold, versus my orange and the red, which are petering out quickly because they have to travel so much further. It would make things even more complicated, and I'm super happy with how this turned out, hint, hint. But if you were gonna get really particular about this, I would probably do like 2 grams for the purple, 3 for the green, 4 for the blue, etc., and then go out from there to more equally divide the colors. So you'd have an equal representation, hopefully, of each color. Anyway, those are my thoughts, and if you end up doing anything like this yourself, you can try and implement that if you wish. As you can see, this is a bloom, so I am creating petals. And I'm just doing that by dragging my stick through the colors in varying directions just to make that flower. You're seeing me come in here with a couple of sticks and messing with the side of my mold. What I'm doing is I'm trying to separate the pigment paste from the edge of the mold. If that pigment paste remains attached, that pigment paste won't move into the center as it should. Unmolding time. I took a tiny peek at the other side, and I think I'm gonna be okay with this one. Maybe. We'll check it out together though. Okay. Let's see. Oh, come on. I swear these grab back on. Hold it back. Okay, we ready? Still a little soft, obviously. Oh, it's not bad at all. I'm actually reasonably pleased with it. Yes, I would love for the colors to be more defined, but with the resin and the way it moves, you're not really gonna get that. So I think this is about as good as I could get. Let's bring you down for a close-up. There we go. So you see the colors. The red kind of blended a little bit with the orange, but I bet under certain lights you can see it. Yeah, a little bit. And the yellow. Blue, hints of green. And of course the violet. I think it turned out pretty cool for a rainbow pour. I really, really like it. Probably making you dizzy zooming in and zooming back out. But I think that's really cool. And I'm hoping you can see, I might have to take it outside. Oh, there we go, a little bit of sparkle. So the sparkle was in the white, remember? I added some of the pearl white in with it, and that just gave everything a nice shimmer. Shimmer. There, oh, that's a much better way to do it. There. Look at that shimmer. It's really quite a cute piece. It's quite soft, isn't it? Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this piece. I think it's pretty cool. Who knew? Combining acrylic pouring with resin to do a rainbow pour. I love it. This is the end of the video, and we certainly hope that you enjoyed our rainbow inspired pieces. Marie-Louise and myself, we'd also really like to know what your thoughts are on this video format. So please leave us messages in the description below. Also, if you're watching this on Marie-Louise's channel and you're not familiar with me over at Kim's Art Alchemy, I welcome you to my house. Feel free to click on the link at the end and it will take you to my channel. And likewise, if you're familiar with me but are not familiar with Marie-Louise art, we welcome you to click on her link, which will take you directly to her channel. With that being said, enjoy the final views of our pieces, and we certainly hope to see you on both of our channels in the future. Thanks again. Bye for now.
What an amazing piece. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you've enjoyed our rainbow pours, and don't forget that your art is a piece of you. Keep shining, and we hope to see you again soon. Take care now. Thank you for being here. Bye.